This is Comic Picks by the Click.
Hey, I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hey, Jason Click, are you keeping cool in this hot damn weather?
I am trying, especially where we are now, where it's like 117 on Friday, but it's marginally cooler these last couple of days because it's just over 100 now.
Yeah, that means pretty much you're staying inside for the most part, like a rainy day in other parts of the country. So does that mean you have some new material for us tonight?
Yes, I am trying to keep cool by reading about the latest Avengers event series, specifically Avengers: No Surrender, which is meant to tie a bow on this most recent history of Avengers titles before Jason Aaron comes in to do his own solo stint on the main title. So prior to No Surrender, we had three different Avengers titles. We had Uncanny Avengers by Jim Zub, which is about the Unity team, led by Rogue, which is made up of regular superheroes working together with mutants, with a few Inhumans thrown in for good measure. We also had Avengers Unleashed, which was meant to be the main Avengers title written by Mark Waid, and then New Avengers, which eventually morphed into U.S. Avengers by Al Ewing, which is basically meant to chronicle the adventures of Roberto da Costa's team, which is formed when he bought Advanced Ideas Mechanics and started running them himself. If you'll recall, the third volume of New Avengers was one of my favorite titles from last year, just because of how it perfectly represented the I love it when a plan comes together school of superhero plotting. It's like that I love to see in these series. U.S. Avengers series has been not quite as fun, but still really enjoyable. So, but having read both. I also acknowledge that there was also Occupy Avengers from David Walker, which was doing a more street level. Common Man interpretation of Avengers featuring Hawkeye and Red Wolf, which I mentioned this because they show up in this too, but unfortunately Walker wasn't invited to participate for whatever reason, probably because the series sold sweet fuck all. Sad as that reasoning may be, but there you go. But No Surrender was a weekly series that ran for 16 issues, and basically tied a nice bow on all these. It's on all these titles by bringing all teams together to face a threat that needed them to come together. What threat is that, you ask? Well, it's because the Earth has been stolen. That's right. It's the series starts off low key enough with the Living Lightning trying to busting up a car theft ring. The series soon kicks into high gear with the Earth experiencing lots of major disturbances, only to find out, for all the heroes to realize that it's been yanked out of its orbit by forces unknown. Said forces are the combined efforts of the Grandmaster and his competitor, the Challenger. Now, the Grandmaster, those you may know his name, he's one of the great cosmic entities that runs things in the Marvel Universe. Now, the Challenger, we don't know who he is, but we're going to find out that he's got a major bone to pick with the Grandmaster. Now, and the thing is that they've decided, hey, in order to settle our beef, we're gonna use this one planet, this thwarted cosmic schemes, time and time again, Earth as our battleground. So, in order to determine who is who is the best, for once and for all, it's they've assembled their respective teams, with the Grandmaster's running a new version of the Lethal Legion made up mostly of new characters and revamped versions of old ones, from characters in the past, while the Challenger is fielding the Black Order, which those you may recall are Thanos's partners in crime from Jonathan Hickman's run on the Avengers title and the Infinity crossover. He's also got one other member of his team, but we'll get to that in a bit because it's kind of special. Now it's like now while the it's like, well, you think that okay, it's like so putting all these guys against these two teams against like the combined mind of everyone on all the Avengers teams on Earth, that's not a problem. Well, turns out that in like swiping Earth out of its orbit, they like half in doing so, they've also frozen like half of the inhabitants as well. So you've only got most of the main members of each of these three Avengers teams in addition to their one of the greatest founding members, Voyager, Valerie Vector, the teleporter, who joined the Avengers, like who was from the very start, like and has been and was one of their like key members up until her disappearance up into Avengers number 70. Now, if you're wondering, wait a second, no, the founding members of the Avengers were Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, um, and it's like the Wasp. But where's this Voyager person coming from? Well, that's one of the mysteries that the series has set up for us. Because sure, it's like we know that Voyager like has never been seen before this series, but everyone else, well, they certainly remember her as one of the founding members of the Avengers and one of its greatest members up until its disappearance. Um, Now, in addition to that, there's also the fact that Jarvis has fallen, like their loyal butler has fallen prey to some sort of alien malady, which is said to have been contracted due to his years in proximity to their to their many adventures. So like there's a lot on the plate here. It's like so aside from dealing with Earth being stolen as part of a grand cosmic game, and having different supervillain teams like competing in order to determine who's going to be the winner here. You also got these subplots about Voyager and Jarvis to deal with as well. So I will say that like the series definitely hits the ground running and gets off to like a really exciting start that really draws you into this conflict. It's like even as it's revealed to be basically a hunt MacGuffin because they've got to because it turns out in order to win this conflict, each team has to come in contact with these things called different pyramids, which is basically, hey, you touch it, your teamer disappears, and your team gets a point. So there you go. It's like I said, it's a big old hunt the MacGuffin event, and it's not bad overall. I mean, it's like my main complaint for the series is that after it gets off to this like great start with some fantastic art from Pepe Larraz, who really gives the series like a big, it's like some real energy from the start. It's like it does kind of like sag a bit in the middle as you get to having all these like just like lots of them like superheroes like speechifying, bad guys monologuing, and it's like and that kind of stuff. Lots of fighting as well, which it's like the art's nice, but it's like it's still just kind of considered superhero stuff. I mean, it's like the Roz does give it energy. Kim Jacinto worships at the altar of Oliver Coipel. Sean Izakase does a nice pinch hit for one issue, and Paco Medina offers his bit for for the near the back third as well. Like I said, it's good superhero art, but it's like, is it exciting enough to like make all this fighting and like speechifying like engaging? Honestly, not really. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad, but it's not. But it doesn't like grab me. It's like after a while, it's like these things do pick up interest as the series goes on. Once it's like as some of the mysteries start paying off, such as the conflict between the Grandmaster and the Challenger. When we find out just who it's like the Challenger's ace in the hole here, and surprise, it's the Hulk. But it turns out that it's like we all knew that the Hulk was coming back, of course, and you will too as soon as they start hinting at it. And well, of course, he's also got his new series, The Immortal Hulk, out as well. But it's pitched in a really interesting fashion here, in a way that basically like kind of like says that the gulf between Bruce Banner and the Hulk is now wider than ever, and it actually makes a good. And honestly, like the way the Hulk is pitched here does make a good case for Al Ewing's um, like Immortal Hulk series as well. So I did like that. I did like the revelation of like of who Voyager actually was and how she ties into the main series. It's like and to be honest, like I wouldn't mind seeing her back again. It's like I don't know how if that'll ever happen, but but there you go. And it's like in the end, it's like there's also lots of rah rah. It's like like we beat the bad guys because we work together as a team. We're Avengers, so it's fun. I mean, for like for a as a $50 collection of 16 issues of Avengers, like teamwork and fan service, I think it was fine. It's like maybe you want to wait for the softcover collection of this to really appreciate it, but it's like I enjoyed it well enough to buy it as is, and also for 45% off from cheapgraphicnovels.com. There you go. Um, Other issues include the fact that it's like while I like the Black Order as villains, they you get the feeling they were kind of brought in here because they were going to be featured in Infinity War, like when it came out. But their characters in here, like they're kind of like more hissing bad guys than the eloquent, it's like the eloquent grandstanders that they were for when they were introduced by Jonathan Hickman. In fact, their chief manipulator, Ebony Maw, just kind of like just gets hit and knocked out immediately as soon as it's like whenever he gets like chance to like, say anything. And also, I guess my biggest disappointment with the series was the fact that the spirit of Al Ewing's New Avengers and U.S. Avengers never really shined through over the course of the series. Like his imaginative plotting just never really came through here, and his script writing, like there were parts of it where I could tell that yeah, this is him like handling things, especially the bit towards the end where Robert DaCosta says that hey, here's my time to do something like really it's like really silly and out of character, and powers up to help save the world along with Hercules. It's like and that like I said that was cool. It's like but like I said for me like those titles were kind of like my favorite of this current incarnation of Avengers, and to see them really get the short shrift here. Well, the characters definitely had of those titles had a lot of big role to play here, but just like the spirit and like the overall freshness of Ewing's writing never really came through here. I mean, like Mark Waid, who I think is a great writer when he's left to his own devices. He kind of feels like he was more in charge here than anyone else. Like he was, setting things up and like and towing the line as far as setting things up as far as like how the story projected. Because like it's worth noting that that Wade is like the one writer here who's worked on a weekly series, the Great 52 from DC Comics, and so like he I think can't remember if it was him or one of the other people who acknowledged that that people were looking at him like, okay, this is a weekly series, so how are we going to do this? Mark, you've done this before. How would you like? What are we supposed to do here? So that might have been how things worked out. I mean, and I know this because that this is mentioned in the end of after issue editorials from each like from either like the writers or the editors who talk about how the series came together, which I really like, and I would love to see more series like handle as far as these things go. So yeah, it's like that. So that was good. It's like I enjoyed it. Is there anything else that I wanted to say about this? I don't know. It's like I guess like I said, no surrender really. Like I said, it's a decent enough wrap up to this is this era of Avengers, and I appreciate the fact that Marvel, like like did give us like a big wrap up for this. Like instead of just like saying, okay, you guys are done, like kind of make way for the new guy. It's like they decided to make a big event out of the whole thing, and even if it's more conventional than not, it's like I still appreciate the fact that like they at least put their best had the writers of all three series come together to put their best foot forward to send this whole thing out on it's like on a big high note. So that's definitely appreciative. If you've read one or two or even all three of these series, then the more of them you've read, the more you're going to want to pick this up because, like I said, it's the end of the event, end of this of a specific era of Avengers titles. Even if it wasn't the best, it's like it was still, it's like competent enough to have me appreciate the note that it went down on. Like I said, but like, do you need to go and buy this hardcover right now, or should you wait until the softcover edition? That will probably be, I don't know, maybe $10 or $15 cheaper. I don't know. I guess it depends on how passionate you feel about this. Personally, I was fine with getting the hardcover at a deep discount. Everyone else, yeah, maybe just wait for the softcover. I don't know. So, John, I don't know. It's like any thoughts on your end about all this?
Wait, when was this published?
Just came out about a week ago.
Oh, okay. All right. So they decided to throw the old Grandmaster back in.
Yep. Yeah, it's like I remember. It's like we did talk about him briefly when because like Thanos had to grab one of the Infinity Gems from him prior to the Infinity Gauntlet. So, which I'll admit, like Thanos Quest was a more interesting read than this one because it's more like tactical in its thinking. But like I said, this one, like I said, it's fine for what it is, and a decent value for the page to cover price ratio.
All right. Well, you know what you're going to talk about next time.
Unless I can find some way to talk myself out of it, I'm going to do the sitcom that walks like a serialized series. That's be Princess Jellyfish. So unless I can talk myself out of it, so there you go.
All right. We'll catch you next time on Comic Picks by the Glick.
Laters.
Bye.